sinister night at Collinwood, the sudden, strange disappearance of a young woman has led to a chain reaction of terrifying events. Found unconscious near the old family mausoleum, the mistress of Collinwood has again become the victim of an evil spell which she thought she had overcome. A spell which could end her life at any moment.
Everything's all right now, Mrs. Stoddard. You're back home.
Thank you, Amy. Barnabas, let me sit down for a minute.
No, I'm going to take you upstairs, and this time you're going to stay there.
Oh, it's too late, Barnabas. Nothing will help.
No, Dr. Hoffman's going to take very good care of you. Amy, I'll be back downstairs in a few minutes. You wait here for me. You and I have a little talking to do.
Yes, Barnabas.
Now lie down, Elizabeth.
I don't want to.
You must.
It won't do any good, Barnabas.
I'll get Dr. Hoffman to give you a stronger sedative.
I won't take it.
Well, why not?
I didn't take the first one she gave me earlier. It's still over there on the bureau.
Elizabeth, I just don't understand.
I don't want to take anything that might make me go to sleep.
Why not?
Because if I do, I may not wake up.
Oh, Elizabeth.
Oh, Barnabas, don't tell me it's nonsense, because I know it isn't.
We're going to see that nothing will happen to you.
You can't prevent it. My life is in the hands of some terrible fate. And I can't escape. Unless you're as helpless to do anything about it as I am.
Elizabeth, nothing is wrong with you. Why can't you see that?
Shh. Can you hear something outside?
Only the wind?
Can't you hear the widows wailing?
Of course not.
I can. I heard them earlier. That's why I left the house.
What you heard was only in your mind.
If what you say is so, that proves something is wrong with me. Something beyond my being able to do anything about.
Elizabeth, I'm going to get Dr. Hoffman.
No, please, don't leave. We have to talk about something immediately.
What is it?
The children.
What about them?
Barnabas. I'm not going to be here much longer.
Elizabeth, please.
I know you can't accept it because you can't understand it, but please, listen for the sake of David and Amy.
All right, Elizabeth, go on.
If I were to die so soon after Vicky's disappearance, it might have a terrible effect and be a shock to the children. They must have someone to take care of them immediately. Tonight, if possible.
Tonight? But how could we possibly do it tonight?
They mustn't feel that they're left all alone.
But they will not be alone, Elizabeth.
They must have a governess. Someone who can be their constant companion.
We'll do our best to get someone, but it'll take a little time.
What about Maggie Evans?
Maggie Evans?
Do you think she'd accept the position?
Well, I don't know. She's had no experience that I know of.
She knows both the children, and they know her and like her. Barnabas, you must call her and tell her I want to see her.
All right, I'll call her first thing in the morning.
No, do it now.
But it's late, Elizabeth.
And tomorrow may be too late. Please call her.
All right. If it'll make you feel any better. But first, I'm going to get Dr. Hoffman.
I'm not going out again, if that's what you're thinking.
I only wanted to be with you, Elizabeth. Amy, what are you doing with the door open?
Nothing.
You weren't planning to go out again?
No.
Well, go into the drawing room. I want to talk to you.
Are you going to scold me for going out alone?
I should, you know. But I think you know that what you've done wrong.
Yes.
You promise that you won't let it happen again?
Yes, I promise.
Amy, look at me. You've been crying, haven't you?
Yes.
Why?
Because I'm afraid.
Of what?
I don't know.
Because of what happened to Mrs. Stoddard tonight?
No.
Well, then what was it? Well, surely you know what caused you to cry. Can't you tell me?
It was the moon. I'm afraid of the moon, Barnabas, and I don't know why.
Joe.
I have something to say to you. It'll only take a few minutes.
All right, come in.
Look, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable.
I don't.
Well, I know you'd be justified if you did.
Joe, the past is dead. I want it to be forgotten.
Well, it's not so easy for me to forget it. I made life pretty miserable for you for a while.
Joe, I told you when I saw you in town. I don't feel any hurt. I'm not angry with you. I don't feel anything
Except what?
except the need to start life all over again.
Well, I feel the same way. That's why I came here tonight.
Joe, if you've come here to...
What? Talk about a reconciliation? No. I came to say goodbye, Maggie.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm going to be leaving Collinsport.
For how long?
I don't know. Maybe for good.
When are you leaving?
In a few days. I just knew I couldn't leave unless you and I were at least good friends.
We are, Joe. We always will be. Hello?
Maggie, this is Barnabas Collins. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
No, not at all.
Well, I'm calling for Mrs. Stoddard. She wants to know if you could come over to Collinwood to see her. It's most urgent.
You mean she wants to see me tonight?
I know it's very late, but it would be very important to her.
Do you have any idea what it's about?
Yes. Maggie, something terrible has happened here. Something I think you should know about before you speak to Mrs. Stoddard. You see, Vicky is gone. It's difficult to explain how or why she's gone.
She just disappeared?
I know how incredible it sounds.
Unbelievable.
But Mrs. Stoddard and I were there when it happened. Vicky was gone before we could do anything about it. I don't even know that we could have done anything.
What do you mean, Barnabas?
Well, you see, Vicky had been behaving strangely ever since Jeff went away 3 weeks ago. She talked about nothing, about wanting to see him, wherever he was.
She's with him now. Well, I think that maybe I should speak with Mrs. Stoddard.
Yes. Let's go upstairs now. She'll be waiting.
Joe, you don't have to stay with me if
No,
you don't want to.
I don't want you to go back into town alone. I'll wait for you.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Maggie.
How are you, Amy?
All right.
This young lady's going to be escorted back up to her room. It's getting late.
Well, can't I stay down here and talk with Joe just while you're upstairs?
Yes, but just for a moment.
All right.
I'm glad you decided to come back here tonight.
I didn't decide to come back here tonight. Maggie has an appointment with Mrs. Stoddard, and I just gave her a ride in my car.
Well, even so, I'm glad you're here and not in town.
Oh, why?
I don't know, I just am.
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm glad I'm here, too. Because I've got some good news for you.
What?
Do you know what I did tonight? I went to see Chris.
You did?
Yes, I did. And you know what? He's coming here tomorrow to pay you a visit, and he gave me his word that he'd be seeing a lot of you from now on.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Amy, what's the matter?
I saw it again.
You saw what?
The star in your face. It was there for just a second and then it went away.
Amy, you must be imagining that.
No, it was there.
Well, look, I don't understand that. If it's there sometimes, Amy, why can't I ever see it?
I don't know, but I wish you didn't have to go back into town tonight.
Amy, it's where I live.
I bet if I asked Barnabas or Mrs. Stoddard, they'd let you stay here
Now,
tonight.
just wait a minute. In the first place, I have to drive Maggie back into town. In the second place, I don't see any reason why I should stay here tonight.
Well, if you were here, then I know you'd be safe.
Safe? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I just have a funny feeling. If you go back into town tonight, something might happen to you.
Unless you want a different schedule, the arrangement will be the same as Vicky's.
Mrs. Stoddard, I'm flattered you think I could handle the children as well as Vicky did. I know you were very fond of her.
Will you accept my offer?
Yes, I will.
Oh, good.
When do I start?
Immediately.
You mean now?
Tonight.
Oh, I see.
Is there a problem?
Well, no, I just didn't expect it to be so sudden.
Oh, I don't expect you to move out of the cottage tonight. I'll have someone help you with that tomorrow.
Well, I should go back and pick up a few things. But Joe is downstairs. He can drive me into town.
All right. I suppose you can't understand why I think this is so urgent that it can't wait until tomorrow. If you don't mind, I'll have Barnabas explain it to you when you come back.
All right. Thank you, Mrs. Stoddard.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to you.
Well, I don't know how I'm going to explain it to her.
It doesn't matter. The children have someone with them. That's what I was worried about. Actually, I feel much better now.
Do you?
Yes.
Good. Then I'll see that Dr. Hoffman gives you the sedative that she has.
Oh, that won't be necessary. I'll be able to sleep now. Barnabas, thank you for everything you've done tonight. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
Ready to go?
Yes. And I'm glad you waited. I need your help.
Oh, what for?
Well, Mrs. Stoddard has asked me to replace Vicky. I said yes. I don't know why, but she wants me to start immediately.
You're going to be our new governess?
Yes, Amy.
Oh, good.
I told her I'd have to go into town and pick up a few things.
Oh, listen, there's no need for you to make the trip. She wants you to stay here. I'll go into town for you.
You wouldn't mind?
No, of course not.
All right, I'll make a quick list.
Please, Joe, don't go into town.
Amy, stop worrying about me.
I can't help it.
You know what I think? I think Barnabas was right. I think you've stayed up way too late. I think you're very tired. You know what happens to people when they're too tired? They start worrying about things that they shouldn't.
Well, that's all I can think of right now. I can pick the other things up tomorrow.
Okay. I'll be back in, let's see, about an hour. And somebody I know had better be in bed and fast asleep by the time I get back. Good night, Amy. Pleasant dreams.
Good night, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. Well, what was all that you two were talking about?
Nothing.
Amy, you don't seem as cheerful as you were when I first got here. I hope you're pleased I'm going to be working here.
Oh, I am.
Something was troubling you.
You wouldn't believe me even if I told you.
Well, I'll tell you what. How about if I take you upstairs and get you dressed for bed, and then you can tell me? Come on.
No, I can't go to bed yet.
Amy, do you realize what time it is?
Yes.
I'll bet Vicky never let you stay up this late, did she?
No.
Well, I'm afraid the rules are going to have to stay the same. Now, you come along.
Please, Maggie, just let me stay up till Joe comes back.
But you heard what Joe said. He won't be back for over an hour.
I know. But I won't be able to sleep until I know he's all right.
All right.
Yes. I told him to stay here all night and not go back into town
Why?
because I have a feeling he's in terrible danger.
What kind of danger?
I don't know. If I did know, I'd tell you. But I just don't know.
Now, listen, Amy. Joe is only going as far as the cottage, and then he's coming right back. And I promise you, nothing's going to happen to him.
Who is it?